Hello good people, I'm going to talk about multiplication and division of fractions. Here we have 2 multiplied by 5/12. What does that look like on my line? Well, let me mark in 5/12 first. But I have 2 of those, and so I'm going to mark in another equivalent length. By inspection alone, I can see that 2 multiplied by 5/12 is going to give me 10/12. Note that when I multiplied my fraction with a whole number, I only multiplied the numerator. The denominator remained the same. And so over here on the left, above the line, I will have 2 multiplied by 5. And below the line, I will have the 12th. And that will give me 10 above the line and still the 12th below the line. Both 10 and 12 are divisible by 2. And so that will give me 5/6. Based on this, I could say that when a whole number or an integer is multiplied by a fraction, we multiply the numerator only. What happens if I am multiplying a fraction by another fraction? My example is 1/2 multiplied by 1/3. Let me mark in 1/3 on my line. So what is 1/2 of a third? On my line, that would be somewhere here. I'm going to divide this line into fractions that are half of a third. Now I can see that the result is 1/6. How do I express this using fractional notation? When multiplying 2 or more fractions, we multiply the numerators by numerators and the denominators by the denominators. Over here on the left, I'm going to construct a fraction, and above the line I will have 1 multiplied by 1, while below the line I will have 2 multiplied by 3. And this will give me 1/6. Let's do it a few more times. Here are 2 multiplication problems. I invite you to pause the video and solve them. For the first problem, above the line I will have 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Below the line I will have 5 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 4. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, multiplied by 1 is 6. Below the line I will have 5 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 4. And unless I am embarrassing myself, that should give me 140. This fraction can be simplified as both of these numbers are divisible by 2. And so I will have 3 over 70. What about the second problem? Above the line I will have 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. Below the line I will have 9 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 6. 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 should be 40. 9 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 6 should be 162. I hope you're checking along. Again, both of these numbers are divisible by 2, so I can simplify the fraction. And it will give me 2 over 81. Alright, that takes care of multiplication of fractions. What about division? When dividing by a fraction, we need to multiply by the reciprocal. Before I explore what the reciprocal is, let me backtrack and look again at division. Down here on the left, I have 4 division problems. Recall that the number that I am dividing is known as the dividend, the number that I am dividing by is known as the divisor, and the result is known as the quotient. So let me quickly solve these 4 divisions. There is a trend. Provided that the dividend stays the same, if I decrease the divisor, the quotient increases. Considering that up here I am dividing 8 by a quarter, and that quarter is less than 1, I already know that my answer should be greater than 8. I am decreasing the divisor, therefore the quotient should increase. With that out of the way, let me look at the reciprocal. What is it? I'm going to rewrite the 8, that does not change, and now instead of divide, I'm going to use the multiply symbol. Because I have inversed the division symbol, I'm also going to inverse my fraction. Rather than 1/4 or 1 over 4, I'm going to write 4 over 1. 4 over 1 is the reciprocal of 1/4. Now that I have multiplication, I'm going to follow the rules of multiplication. 8 will be multiplied by the numerator. The denominator remains unchanged. 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. 32 over 1 is 32. What happens if I have to divide a fraction by another fraction? I follow the same rule. Rather than dividing by a fraction, I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal. The first fraction will remain unchanged, so I still have 5 over 9. And I'm going to multiply it by the reciprocal of 2/3, which is 3 over 2. Once more, I will follow the rules of the multiplication of fractions. And so above the line I will have 5 multiplied by 3, and below the line 9 multiplied by 2. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15, and 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. Both of these numbers are divisible by 3, so I can simplify the fraction. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. And so my answer is 5/6. In summary, when we are multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerator by numerator and the denominator by denominator. When dividing by a fraction, we multiply its reciprocal. That is all for now, and I will see you on the flip side.